What is this?
I just thought at least one time I should pay.
Don't embarrass me, please.
Okay, well, I mean, at least once I should.
No.
Really just let a medium ugly man make me sit here all day wondering if he's gonna text me? What's wrong with me?
I called off my engagement after 6.5 years together because I came to realize that I did not want to spend the rest of my life cooking, cleaning, grocery shopping, and doing laundry for a man when I worked full-time as well, and that was the expectation for me to take on all of the domestic labor just because I was the woman. That was one of the main motivators for me. I knew that that could not be it, that there had to be more to life, and that I needed for me to find a partner who would be a partner and not just a husband. Now, I have had a bunch of women reach out to me in my messages with similar stories saying that they also called off their engagement, and for me that was one of the main motivations for me to write my book, Anxious to Wed. I don't think there's enough stories about women walking away from relationships that do not serve them. I think a lot of times women settle for the sake of settling down, and there needs to be more stories, more women's voices, more women standing up and saying, we're not going to accept the bare minimum anymore.
Once a real nigga, once a man who is strong-minded, break free of a wretched situation with a woman, it's so hard to get him caught back up in that shit. It ain't no way in the world, if you a man who believe in yourself, you will be in a situation where you answering to a bitch about anything. Even little shit like, where you going? You be like, oh, hell no, bitch. You ain't finna be having me checking in with you. It just takes to be in that situation, and then when you get free, now a sucker will wind up in that situation 3 times, 4 times in a row. That's a sucker. I ain't finna do that shit. I never let a motherfucker have me where I gotta tiptoe through my motherfucking life. Ain't no motherfucker finna go through.
The truth is, confidence is not a personality trait at all. It's a skill. And a lot of the extroverted people that you know are actually very insecure. And so when you start to separate confidence not as a matter of personality, but as a skill that you can acquire, because confidence is the ability to move, in my opinion, from thought to action.
Everybody's so creative.
There's a reason why old civilizations didn't let women choose their husbands. The father chose them. You know why? Because they knew that the woman would choose stupid shit like swag.
He's actually pretty prosperous. He's making close to $40,000 a year. But what are you laughing at? You're
How
laughing
much a
at
year?
Very low income, but it's okay. It's okay.
You know, what do you think the average income is?
The average minimum is 100,000. Like that's barely making it in California, especially too. That's like minimum wage.
Huh?
Men know that they are providers. A man's value is his money and his career, and a woman's value is her looks. That's the fucking truth, and that's the world that we live in. Women get things because they are pretty, and men have power because they have money. And if you want a good-looking woman, you're going to be spending money.
Not every man wants a quote-unquote good-looking woman. Like, some men just want normal women.
Yeah, men
like,
without money.
That's not true. I'm not dating a woman that's above a 7. Like, I'm just being real.
But if you could afford it, you would.
You know, sometimes I get comments from people and they're like, oh my gosh, like, I want to be you. I want to look like you. I want this. And I've said it once and I've said it before, but I am an IBS girl. I'm a Shardy girl through and through. And today I did shit my pants. Okay. So, it did happen. Unfortunately, I was also in the Chick-fil-A drive-thru taking my son to get some food before I took him to school. And I was at the Lord's restaurant. However, I did not receive any blessings today. My son, however, did, because I was already running late to take him to school because I'm that kind of mom. And because I unfortunately shit my pants, I was unable to take him to school because I wasn't going to be walking into that office with a poop stain on my leggings, on the Lulu. So that did work out in his favor, however, not so much for me. But if you ever feel yourself feeling jealous of strangers on the internet, just know that we do shit our pants, and it's not always greener.
Tupac wrote that song, Dear Mama. Remember that?
Yes.
Dear Mama. Tupac said, even you're a crack fiend, mama, you're still a black queen, mama.
And even as a crack fiend, mama, you always was the black queen, mama.
Said daddy didn't care.
Now ain't nobody tell us it was fair. No love from my daddy cause the coward wasn't there. He passed away and I didn't cry.
The fact it took the back way, such and so forth, blah, blah. Because, you know, his daddy wasn't in his life, right?
Right.
Right. Tupac got shot when he was out in New York 5 times. And when he was in the hospital, Tupac got a visitor. You know who it was? His biological father.
I thought my father was dead for all my life, except after I got shot, I looked up and there was this nigga that looked dead on me, and he was my father, so I found out.
Yeah, okay.
His mother had been lying to him his entire life. Afeni Shakur lied to Tupac.
Yes.
So Tupac found out that he had and his mother knew his father was alive. Tupac carried that hurt, that pain that he found out after he got shot. Conceivably, Tupac could have been killed before knowing his daddy was alive. And his daddy showed up and said, your mama didn't want to do. Then Tupac had to address his mother. She said to go ahead and admit. Go look at the story. Check it out yourself.
At first, Tupac's mum Afeni said she didn't know who his father was. Then she told him his father was dead.
Hi,
this is Tupac's biological father, Billy Garland. This is a picture of Billy and his wife, seen here with Tupac and his wife. I asked Billy when he'd lost touch with Tupac.
76, 77.
How old was he then?
He was about 6, 5. He was born in 71.
And then he went off, what, to California?
He went to Baltimore. He went to California. He moved around New York several times. And so...
why did they move so often?
Well, she was on crack. She was on drugs. She did drugs at the time. And one time he was living in shelters. So Pac really had a bad life.
I don't know what men want. I'm
so what are you arguing?
Men are so simple that it's complicated for us women to understand because we're so complex. As to why men have to be like, let me figure out this woman so that I could be with her. Or let me figure out this woman so I can go out on a date with her. Like, for example, I step out with my man, and the only thing I know what to do is shut the fuck up until I'm spoken to. Like, I went out with him, like, it was in Arizona. We were in Tempe, Arizona. His whole, like, team had, like, a section or whatever. He was like, babe, do you want to go out to the club? I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. I'm not spoken to. I don't speak to anybody until somebody speaks to me because I don't know these niggas. I don't know them. Like, what am I speaking to you for? I'm here with my man. I'm not here with y'all. I'm not a groupie bitch that's there. Like, you know, as a female, especially as my man's woman, my duty as his woman is to shut until I am spoken to. And even if I am spoken to by one of his teammates, you keep it short and sweet.
Oh, so you gonna sit up here in front like you doing me a favor, right? Since I put you on camera, you ain't got nothing to say, huh? So, really? Oh, you gonna act like you just moving my stuff and you just looking out for your mama, but in actuality, my own son kicking me the fuck out his damn house. Why? Because he got a new family on the way, and that individual has 2 kids, and he needs the space. So now he want to kick his own mama out the house after everything I just been through. The son that I gave birth to, gave life, wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me. And that I raised and want to kick me out of his own damn house. He can't do this shit. That's all right. I'll be calling the police so he can know that what he doing is wrong. You can't illegally just put nobody out your house. And the fact that I'm his mama makes it 10 times even fucking worse. Who does this to their own damn mama? That's all right. I'm gonna just let God handle it. It's all good.